It depends. With no cautions, it's got to come down to how much are you willing to push it.
Via the rules of not being able to save more than 5 laps per stage, not one of these stages will come down to fuel mileage.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that update, because that's something that I kind of knew about, but I wasn't quite sure how that all worked. So thank you very much for that up on that update for everybody. Yep. Right now, I'm riding around that 23. He was one of those top trucks, and looks like he's got himself mixed down back into the pack now, trying to work his way out, work his way up. We'll see where everybody turns out after all these pit stops happen. I'm not sure who's still out or not, because there's so many trucks here. It's so hard to keep track. And we'll wait to find out about that, folks.
I'm sorry, I had my mic muted. Killer Queen is the leader. Everybody is now cycled completely around.
Thank you very much for our race reporter. We appreciate that kind of update. So yeah, I mean, it looks like how much did he gain on that pit stop? That was the whole thing. But the 87, we know the 87 and PVT Killer Queen kind of all came in at the same time. Looks like the 87 may have had the edge when they entered pit road, but we've seen it. So they did. That's a lot of distance at Iowa to try to gain back with in these customs, because of these guys. Now that they've got a little bit of an adjustment in, it's going to go. The trucks are going to handle a lot different and more stable than what they were when they started. Excuse me, folks. But now we're just. I just had him too, and I went back the wrong way. Trying to get a little bit of a different camera angle to see where. To try to see what kind of race we got. And it looks like a lot of the field is they're all seem to be single file at this moment. Now they've got some breathing room. I'm trying to go back to our leader now and see how he's looking. Yep. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's tough because of you don't always hear all the communication, and it's so tough because of the gaining rate that can happen. Especially, I imagine it's even more in custom than it is even in sliders. That the gaining rate is that you gain on a truck so quickly that you try to hold that line so that they can get around you, knowing that they're faster, but it doesn't always work that way. I was a prime example the other night when I got mixed up with our leader right now, Killer Queen PVT, and I was trying to let him go by, and it kind of backfired because I thought he was going to. I tried to stay high, and he thought he was going to jump in front of me, and then I actually pretty much almost wrecked him. Unfortunately, yeah, that was a mess. That was a mess. Yep, and it wasn't not something that I wanted. I was very happy with at that point. I was very actually upset because I could not, figure out exactly where he was going to go. And I've raced with him before, so and I kind of know how he drives, but it just was not a good situation. I thought I cost him a mess. But no, it was Killer Queen. He's PVT. He's still. Well, he looks like he's got like a couple car lengths at this point between some lap cars in between him, so he's got a little bit of a buffer there. And it seems like he's starting to pull away from the second place. Yeah, I mean, yes, I mean, yeah, you got it, buddy. I mean, that's just it. It's never over until it's over. I've been in those situations before where you thought that your whole race was blown and this and that. And next thing you know, things happen, and next you're right back up in the mix with everybody else. And it's all about just keeping your cool and drive your race. and that's all you can do. I'm riding along with the 38 now. It looks like he's trying to get work through some of this lap traffic too and get back up there with Killer Queen. That's gonna take. Looks like these guys are giving him a little bit extra room, try to stay out of the way so he can get back up into that mix with everybody. And it's tough once you get separated. It's so tough to get back up to the leader. It's a lot of work. Yeah, I'm still getting used to that one. We're so used to having him in one thing. We got the 8 on pit road of Memphis Phoenix. It's like, I'm not sure if he might be done for the day. It's like he had some mechanical issues. He's down on pit road. He ain't moving too far. And then you got the 87 truck, which came in with Killer Queen, Private Patton. Looks like he's still trying to fight through some of this traffic and get some clean air to maybe try to make up some space. Then you got Aqua right behind him. It's like he's starting to move his way up into the field. Well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. And Iowa is hard on equipment. It's not like it's it's like any other short track. You abuse that equipment and things will break. We've all been there too. Yep, especially on a Ford. Nah, that's funny. And, oh, there's some contact. Somebody just got drove up high into the wall. The 52. He looks like he's just got pushed up a little bit. Looks like he got a little bit tight in that center and ended up going up. And that will take a lot of trucks, and as I said, that momentum change can do a lot of damage to you because of you can bring in so many trucks that that's like racing side by side that we see sometimes.
The 87 just spun out from 5th place. That was that new guy, Marcus Edub. Yeah, I was following him. He caught the seam, looked like in turns 3 and 4, spun it on exit.
Yes, that is.
Not out yet, because it looks like he's got right back in there.
He's got a fast truck. There's no doubt about that. He's got a fast truck, and as I said, that's where that patience and that being calm. He's probably definitely swearing at the crew chief by now at that point, or definitely giving him definitely some opinions. But it's probably more frustration on his because a driver error or something like that than it is actually a crew chief error. So we'll see how that all works out. But he's got a fast truck, so I don't see that. That might put a little damage on him, but it might, in the end, it's probably not gonna, hurt him in the long run. Once the stage all sorts out. Looks like that 23 of Flash 9. He's still trying to navigate through this lap traffic, but I'm pretty sure that Killer Queen, by at this point, he's probably got some through this lap traffic and he's probably setting sail at this point. I'm working on it.
That's It's Your Bro Chase.
Yeah.
So we have right now, you have Killer Queen in first, It's Your Bro Chase in second, Flash 9 in third, Billy Holcomb in fourth, and Aqua Taddy rounding out your top 5.
Thank you very much. See, Aqua, he's working his way. He's starting to get a groove on too. He's starting to get through some of this. That's awesome to see that. Have another top. He's up in the top 5 now. But I'm watching Killer Queen now. I'm following along with the leader, and it looks like he's got a little bit of clean air. He's got like one lap car in front of him, and he's just cruising at this point. And that's about where you're at that stage. You got your first pit stops in. It's a long stage. You just gotta sit yourself in a position where you just can cruise a little bit without losing much. But that 24 truck looks like he's starting to stalk him a little bit. He's starting to catch up on that. That draft looks. Oh, there's a big old run coming into that turn. He's gonna try to run that middle of that. He's gonna push up a little bit. No, yep, he's got that push. Nope, he still kept it clean. But now Killer Queen stuck behind that 51, and that's gonna bring in the 24 and 23. Both of those trucks are gonna, yep. It's gonna bring those trucks back in, and all it takes is just that one little hiccup. You know, and you can't, you know, because people run the same lines, you just can't get around them. And it looks like that 24 is gonna take over that lead now.
The leader will be coming to the white flag of stage 1 this time.
These guys are setting up. Oh, looks like Killer Queen's gonna make that run the outside, but then you got this thing 3-wide battle for the lead. You got the 23, the 24, and the 18. Looks like they're just trying to fight for these points for the stage. There's a bump by the 24 with the Killer Queen. Looks like he's gonna get a run to 51. He's gonna try to get that lap back and stay on that lead lap. But there's definitely a little bit of pushing there, pushing and shoving for these stage points, folks. These are so important. Oh, there's some contact between the 51 and the 24. He just caught, it looks like Killer Queen. He's going to get that stage win. Oh, that was some battling for that final lap of that stage, folks. That was great racing there.
Get the job done, driver. That was awesome.
And they didn't push the issue, even though with that you got that lap truck of the 51 in between them. They were pushing it, but they weren't. They were still in the control factor of, you know, okay, what do I do? Do I mess myself up completely and have a real big mess, or do I just try to take it a little bit easy, try to get around them and make this thing, you know, turn this thing into a positive? And that's exactly what Killer Queen, the 24, and the 23 did. Is that they didn't push the issue. They just settled in after they knew they made their big push, couldn't get it, and they just after that they settled in for their first. So at this point, you got Killer Queen in first. You got the 24, I believe it was the 24 and the 23. That's the top 3, folks. This is some great racing so far, but it's not over yet. We're still just finishing up the first stage. The second stage is about ready to get. Everybody's going to hit the pit road, get some adjustments, you know, fix some of this. Yep. Oh yeah, 4 fresh good years and a tank of fuel, and here we go, folks. We're about to start this second stage off.
Coming to the green, driver.
Yep. So you got the 18, the 24, the 38, the 23. That's your top 4. I'm trying to get a little bit better I'm trying to do a little bit of a different camera angle so I can try to get a fuller field. And they're side by side, getting ready to start this off. They're heading to start this off now. Looks like Killer Queen's going to get that run on the inside, and he's going to pull up in front of the 23, or 24, thank you. I'm sorry, you got two of those trucks there. Yeah. And then you got Aqua. He looks like he's starting to look at that 4th spot now. He's starting to looks like from what I'm seeing from I'm watching the head of the field, and like he's going to get that run and try to keep up with those top 3. And he may have a great run, but behind that you got a massive amount of trucks, 2 by 2 by 2 by 2, all the way back and probably for the 11, 12, 13 spot.
Wow. Now all they got to do is.
And by running side by side like they are, it's giving those top 2 trucks time to separate themselves and giving themselves some racing room. Looks like that 24 truck's going to get a run on the inside with that 18. He's going to make that pass on the low side. And here comes the crossover, looks like. He's going to fall back though. But I'm telling you, Killer Queen, for his reputation, he's known for. He'll give you a spot if he knows that he can't hold it, but doesn't mean that he won't come right back after it as soon as he gets settled down. I've seen that many times before with him. But right now you got Itchy Bro Chase in the 24 truck. I'm saying he's going to lead this field to the stripe and get another lead a lap here.
Aquataddy's falling back a little bit.
Yeah, keep getting some help, getting pushed to the outside. One truck in particular.
But I'm telling you, these trucks back from I'm riding along with the 74 on the backside of this field, and they're definitely dicing it up back there. They're trying to find those positions and trying to get those spots, but they're still 2 by 2 back through the field. There's no give or take right now. Everybody's trying to get themselves something. As I said, the stage points, folks, the stage points are so important. Stage points can make or break a championship real quick. You can't get them.
And Itchy Bro Chase is the move, how do you say that? The truck on the move.
Oh, there you go.
Last place, and he is now leading the race.
We've seen that several times, though, bud. We've seen people come from the back of the pack and end up being up in the front before you know it. So all it takes is just a little bit of a little bit of patience and work through the traffic, and but you know you're sitting right up there with the leaders. It looks like the top three right now. I'm riding along with Flash 9. Looks like these guys have settled down and got themselves nose to tail and just running some laps now. Starting to log some laps down in this stage. You know, something that I've done that before. I've gotten, fallen back a little bit, got over separated, and the worst thing you can do right now is when if you got that room and you got that space, is to fight each other. Your best bet is get yourself nose to tail, work with each other, and push yourself back up into that lead pack where all the leaders are. It can be done. You can run, even in a short track, you can still run the trucks down if we work together.
Got a car high now.
Because that side draft can slow you down a lot more than if you can run, if you can get yourself nose to tail. And that could be great. That's a great strategy, and that's great racing there. Looks like Aqua, he's starting to get a little tight, get a little bit, he's on that bottom trying to fight off that 28 of Coach Matt. And it's like he's going to be able to do that. Yep. Give him time. I think from what I'm seeing of that truck, here comes that 87 that we were talking about too. He's starting to work himself back up into that pack. And it's all about tire management, tire wear, when does your tires come in, the long run, the short run. It's all about how you got that truck set up. And I'm noticing on these customs too, so this is just a noticeable ability because I don't run customs very much. I run a lot of sliders. And I noticed that on the slider side, you run that high side a lot. On the custom side, it looks like these guys be able to run both grooves. And that's great to see. How you doing? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate all those all the followers and all the people that are watching. This is great racing so far. Definitely that end of that first stage was pretty incredible. No doubt about that. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. I just caught that at the very end. The 44 and the 22. They got themselves a little bit of touch there. It looks like they're going to get themselves free and clear of that one. But right in front of them, I'm following along with the 44. It looks like you got yourself 3 wide battle and the one to the stripe. They're going to go into turn 4, and they're still trying to sort that situation out. That could be a little bit kind of, how can I say, stressful on a short track like this. Yeah, those top trucks are starting to, now with all that battling going on throughout the field, those 3 are starting to separate themselves from the rest of it. Which it happens. It's the way if you got it. That's something that as a driver and as someone else, you gotta watch that because of those boys can check out real quick and you just don't know what. Looks like you're gonna have the 18. Looks like the 23 was trying to work that high side with the 38, and that's just not going to pay off. He may have the run going into, I think it's turn 3 and 4. Now he's starting to work that high line, see if he can keep that momentum up. But it looks like the 18 is going to be able to keep ahead of him. And right now, it looks like they're door to door. That 38 is just stalking. I'm trying to see, okay, what's going to happen here. You got one on the low line, one on the high line, and it looks like they're both getting the drive off. And what's going to happen by them doing that, that's going to bring up the Aqua, that's going to bring up the 4th, 5th, 6th truck. Those guys are going to gain on them tremendously by racing like that. And what that's doing too is it's holding up that 38, saying, okay, I gotta go. Somebody's got to make a move here, and I know I got a fast truck. Somebody's got to make a move, or he's going to get impatient. He's going to make a move himself. And those two are definitely side by side. Still nobody's got an advantage on those top 2 trucks. And that 3rd truck's still stalking, but at Aqua, you can see him coming into the picture here. He's starting to gain on him. And that'll bring the truck right behind him, whoever's running in that 5th spot. It's going to bring him right into the picture too. As long as they keep working, as long as the 00 and the 87 keep working together and not fight each other, and these 2 up front keep racing each other like they are side by side, those trucks will be there in no time flat. When they're still, Nope, no, go ahead. Looks like that 38. He's peeking on the inside. He was thinking about making that thing 3 wide, saying, listen, you guys, I've had enough of this. I mean, I know you guys are holding me up here a little bit. I want to move. And he's trying to push that draft up for that 18 to try to get him clear of that 23. That's still at 23 holds up momentum on the top side. And he still can't get by the 18 yet. That 38's patience. That boy is holding some major patience. Now he's tried the high line. He's tried the low line. He's tried to push each one of these trucks by, and neither one of them will get by each other. How long will you hold on to that? And then here we go. They're creeping into the picture there. That 00 and the 87. They're getting there slowly but surely. But all they got to do is keep working it. Now it looks like those top 3 have finally decided, well, okay, this isn't working so well. We're going to sort this thing out and get us back nose to tail and try to get through. That 38's trying to make a move on that 18 on the inside. He's on the quarter. He's on the door. Will he make them pass? Will he clear him? And it's tough on that low line. Here comes that 18. He's going to get that momentum off the high side. Will he keep it? He will. He'll still stay that half a car length to top on that 38. Woo, these guys are really, these top three are definitely dishing it out, that's for sure. We'll see what happens, because here they come. You look at that, inch by inch, that 00 and that 87 is gaining on those top 3 spots more and more every lap we go.
That's
Just
second, third, and fourth. That's second, third, and fourth.
That was close, almost some close contact between the 38 and the 18. That was really close. Glad he recovered that very nicely. Yep, correct. That's where I'm following right now. I'm following around right now with the 18 because that's from there. I can see all 3 of those trucks right there and see what's going on. But it looks like that now that those 2 are still fighting it out. Looks like that 38, that 24 is starting to check out now a little bit. And that's exactly, folks. That's exactly what happens when you get racing like that and racing hard. That can very much happen where you get by, and then the other 2 trucks, they're still trying to get by, and next thing you know, you're starting to check out. And he's not far ahead, but I guarantee if those two trucks get nose to tail, they will run that leader down, not a problem, in the end of this. But still, a 00. Yeah, and it looks like now they're starting to close back up onto that leader. Now they've decided that we're not going to fight much anymore. We're just going to sit here and just log some laps in and just try to run down that first place truck now. And still the 4th and 5th, they're still digging for it. They're digging hard trying to catch back up to these leaders. But I said it's a stage 2. They all get back side by side again at the end of the stage. And we should be seeing some green flag stops here very, very soon. They got to be glocking down. I mean, they're definitely putting a blistering pace on. They got to be getting down to that point where those tires are about ready to be done, and the gas gauge is starting to tick onto that empty stage. If you can run this for a minute, Bub, I gotta step away for 1 second.
All right, we're being penalized, this time with the black flag.
Oh, we got green flag picks out certain now. Very good.
Alright, sorry about that, Bub. I was a little bit parched. I had to get a quick drink. I forgot to grab my great refreshment here while I'm sitting here watching this great racing. It looks like now, alright, the 18, he's hit pit road. Here comes those green flag stops we're kind of talking about.
Yes.
Adding speeding penalty coming in the pit.
You're clear of pit road.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yes.
But here at Iowa, here comes the 38. He's coming to the pits. Iowa is such a tough entrance to pit road that it does not take very much. You can spin it, you can, I've been there, you can spin it, you can hit that inside when it comes off, you can actually, with the tires being as worn as they are, you can, that truck will turn sideways. But so far, everybody seems to be finding themselves on pit road nice and clean. 74, he's on pit road. I'm following some of these pit road. 56 is on pit road. Looks like you're gonna have actually 56 coming off pit road. Sorry about that, folks.
Killer Queen is still on the track.
The 21, the 51's coming out. Yeah, this is the point where you come to that point where you got to make a decision, everybody. Either run this thing completely dry and use everything you got for your equipment and then pit, or you try to short pit and make up a little bit of position, you know, make up a little bit of time if you can, but that's a gamble. It's a big gamble to try to do, and it doesn't always pay off.
Because you could end up having a speeding penalty. You could
anything can happen at that point. I mean, anything can happen. But it looks like we definitely have a lot of different pit strategies now in this second stage. You got the 44. He's coming out, merging on off the pit road. You got. Somebody else coming out too right behind him, which I'm trying to figure out who that was. But that's right, but it looks like these guys are going to cycle back around through, and we'll find out who our leader is here shortly. Well, that has been great racing. They've all, you know,
the 24 is the leader again.
Thank you. It's been clean and green most of the way. We've only had a couple little hiccups here and there. As usual, you know, it happens, but looks like everybody's got themselves into, you know, trying to work their way in.
So Richard Brochase is the leader. Killer Queen, aka Private Patton, in second. Want to say Billy Holcomb third. Flash 9 in fourth.
But just that's all right. Just on those green flag stops, when it looks like, I mean, looks like the 23 got himself a great pit stop and separated and got a good 2.5 second lead on Killer Queen at this point.
Yeah, and I think that's a 24 truck, not 23.
Oh, thank you very much. See,
you're welcome.
yeah.
That's all good. I'd be doing the same thing.
I'm getting used. I'm just getting used. I mean, I'm just getting used to everybody and trying to figure out what's what.
So it's a rotation the Hooters truck, because I'm not sure. I think the 23 only has one paint. Now I could be wrong, but they need to coordinate who's running the blue color and who's running.
Yeah, it's tough to do. It's tough. It's tough. I mean, I'm hoping that with the new game, because there's so many new paint schemes coming out, that it's gonna be a little bit different to try to be able to, you know, determine who's who.
Yeah, but then hopefully they'll have that screen up top.
Oh yeah, no, we talked about that ticker. I mean, that's something that we've been complaining ever since when they made this Heat 5. We were hoping for that ticker, and they had it briefly, and then all of a sudden it was gone. Because that would make our job, our broadcasting jobs, a little bit easier than what it is right now. That's for sure. I agree. So hopefully they get that figured out in September when the new game's supposed to come out. And I've heard a lot of good things about that new game. It's taken a lot. It's changed. I guess there's so much change coming that everybody's going to have to learn how to drive all over again.
Which gives me some advantage.
Yes, yourself and myself too, because of the fact being is that now we're all back on the even playing level. You know what I mean? We're all back. Yeah. And that's I'm looking forward to that. Looks like the he might, looks like he might even possibly be done for the day. Heavy duty. Looks like he's on pit road and he's not moving nowhere. So that'd be this.
18 drivers started. That would be 2 out, making 16 still on track.
Thank you very much. So there you go, folks. You heard that straight out. There's 16 still running. That's a good average. I'm following through and see where everybody else at. Looks like these guys all got themselves separated. Looks like, but that double zero and that 87, them two are still battling for that spot though.
Yeah, we both got a speeding penalty, I'm assuming.
Wow. That's not good news, folks, but that's probably good news for some people because of now, you know, what could have been a real big disaster turned out to be an okay situation in the end. Well, it looks like those two are battling for that spot. They're side by side coming out of the turn right now. Aqua's on the high side, the 87 on the low side. That's tight. It looks like he cut that a little short on that nose, but he's gonna stay. He's gonna keep going. Aqua's gonna get that run on that high side. Hopefully, maybe get some momentum off that. Oh, good. He's trying. He's digging. He's digging for everything he's got to get that spot back. But it looks like the 87's going to clear him temporarily because this is just, you know, this is pitted. So things change when tires wear. The vehicle doesn't always handle the way you want it to once those tires start wearing. It starts pushing, being tight in the center. You got to let off more. It could be, I mean, I know how, I mean, I've seen him drive before, and I know that, you know, he's not going to push it right now, but, I mean, if he can stay right there and tight to that 87, that when this all push comes to shove, he's going to be right there from that final stage, and then it's game on from there.
The leader just took 10 to go, and he's basically right behind, he's on the same straightaway as me in the 87, so this would be a battle for, if we lose a lap, this would be a battle for the lucky dog as well.
There we go, folks. You heard straight out the pit reporter's mouth. This is going to be, these guys are going to fight as hard as they can to stay on that lead lap because of, you know, yes, if one of them goes down, if whoever's in front of each other, if they both go a lap down, whoever's in front is going to get that free pass and get that lucky dog and end up making back on the lead lap. So they're definitely going to fight for every inch they got there.
Also, it's the battle for 10th place, so 10th gets a playoff point, or stage point, 11th does not.
That's correct, folks. You heard it right straight up. I was going to mention that too, that the top 10 in the stages get their stage points, and as I said, I've said previously in the broadcast that those stage points can make or break a lot. I've been there. I've been on the winning side, and I've been on the losing side, but those stage points are so important, no matter what. Yeah, they're very important.
And I still don't know how I did it last Thursday. I got 10, all 3 stages.
Well, that's good, buddy. I mean, that's not you can never take that away. A 10th position, a 10th spot's a 10th spot, no matter how you look at it.
These guys are battling pretty good, like besides a couple of spins.
All right, as I said, it's been clean and green for most of the race, folks. There hasn't been very much. I mean, there's been a little bit of contact, which is Iowa. It's known for that to have a little bit, but. You know, other than that, these guys have done a great job of keeping this thing rolling. At my eyes, what I'm seeing right now is at a pretty good pace.
And Morphin looks like he may go a lot down.
He was already a lap down.
Okay, make that 2 laps down.
Oh, we got some tight racing here between the 13 and the 28 and the 74. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. He gave the 74 a little bit of push, saying, "You got to get out of my way." Oh, there's some contact. Oh, there's the 28's down on the apron. He got him. 26. Excuse me. I'm sorry. It looks like a 28 from my view. It did. Well, I'm looking at it on where it says now viewing. It looks like a 28, not a 26. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. It happens.
But now we're flipping through back, seeing what else we can see going on here. But it looks like the 87 and 00, they're still fighting for that, stay on that lead lap, and it looks like they're doing a great job staying ahead of the leaders, but now they're going to run into some more traffic, and these guys are like 2-3 wide between the 15, the 10, and the 21. 21's definitely on that 10 bumper, pushing him, trying to get him out of the way, move him forward faster. But these guys, the 87 and 00, are going to gain on him quick. They're going to stay on the high side and hopefully move themselves right around him. Oh, that's tight between the 21 and the 87. Aqua and the 00, he's going to make a big move, try to get in there too. That leaders, he's gaining on them faster and faster as they keep trying to fight with these other trucks trying to get around him.
kind of good there because that's the most action we've had tonight.
Yeah, it's been great action. I mean, no, the races are great all the way around. I mean, when they're pushing when they need to and they're not, but they're still trying to work in the 87 duck down. He's still got a half a car length up on the middle groove trying to get around that 21. Or that 10, sorry. 21's right behind him. Oh, here comes the leader. He's right on that back bumper. What are they going to do? He's going to stay on the high side. The other two are going to stay on the low side. They need to go now, or even somebody's going to have to give or take because that lucky dog's at risk right now. Looks like the double zero's going to have to run on the 87 on the inside.
This is the last lap for the leader.
Oh, here we go. Looks like they're going to stay on the lead lap, folks. This should be it. They should be able to. Oh, there's some contact in the wall with 10. The 87 got around, the double zero got around it.
You're all clear up top. All clear.
Who's got it? Who's got it?
He's low on fuel, bud.
Battle for 10th, and it looks like
Rocco's going to get his free pat. Great job. That was some hard racing there to try to get around that 87 to get that lucky dog. Looks like he's going to accomplish that very well.
So we didn't get the lucky dog. That was the battle for 10th. We actually stayed in front of the leader.
Oh, you did? Okay. It was so many conglomeration with guys, folks. There was so many trucks right around there. We were trying to follow that, and it was.
Hey, Denke, there was a request to kind of scroll through the fields where the battling's going instead of staying on the leader the whole time through. Just letting you know.
No problem.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Yeah, I'm cruising around the whole field, and I was going to mention something like that. I wasn't quite sure where you were sitting.
Yeah, just kind of, if you guys see a battle or whatever, if he's calling out a battle, just try to follow that, okay? Try to find it.
No problem.
That way at least the viewers are seeing what's being yelled about.
Correct. Yes, thank you very much. We try, that's what we're trying, folks. We're trying to give you guys the best action that we got going on the track. This is the first time we've worked together, and we'll get it there, that's for sure, no doubt about that. But right now I'm sitting with the 24, the 23, the 18, the 38, you got the 56, you got the 13. That's your top, looks like your top 4 or 5 trucks right there. And here we go with a green flag. We're at the last stage. Yeah, I was waiting for that to show up. He bought his time, he was patient, and he got himself back up in the top half, the top part of that field. But here we go, last stage, folks. It's go time. It's easy. You just got to get through that next pit stop, get your adjustments, and see what you got from there. Because the 38, he touched the wall. Oh, he collected up somebody else. He's there in the grass.
Inside. Clear behind.
I believe that was the 87.
Oh, that's going to be a big implication there. He's going to be a little bit kind of heated on that. Maybe not his fault, but there's a contact between the 38 and the 26 now. Now the 74 is right there knocking on that door.
So my correction, it was the 74, 25 horsepower energy.
Thank you very much. Good job. But looks like, I mean, right now I'm in the middle of the pack, just so you know that, the top 3 is starting to separate themselves from this pack. But right now we're looking at the middle of this pack and what kind of racing is going on there. And it's definitely they're all fighting for that battle and for those positions because they know that this is the last lap. If these trucks get strung out, they may not be able to get another chance.
Yeah, and the 74 is trying to get past. Looks like they were going.
The 38, yep. I'm right along with 38. I'm just going to scroll through the field and see what I can catch for you, buddy, because you have the camera angle. The top 3, though, definitely pulled themselves away from that field. Ooh, looks like somebody was taking a dip down. There we go. That's what I saw.
Looked like Keeper went down. Might have got a bit loose. I'm trying to find that camera. There it is.
Yep.
Get the camera angle back here.
But now you're gonna find out who's got what and what's made the, who's got the right calls because now these guys are gonna start pushing the envelope a little bit more and more and more as we get deep into this stage. You're gonna find that, we're gonna see what's up. But right now it looks like you got the 23s. He should be your leader. Oh, thank you. There we go.
Yes.
Thank you.
That was fourth place. But Billy Holcomb's coming in underneath.
Oh, yeah, it looks like they're trying. Looks like this could end up to be a 3 wide coming off. We'll see how this all pans out in the end. But the 18 there's 18, which I'm on right now. I'm following him, and then you have the 38. Looks like someone's gonna make. Looks like the 26. He's gonna make a move on the inside of that 38. He is one of our lead trucks right now. And then you got the 74. Looks like right behind him. He's trying to push that 26 past him, and ooh, they're gonna try. Ooh, he was trying to. He was looking. He was peeking. He definitely was peeking to try to make that move, but it said it's gonna happen. The door shut on him too quick. But now the 26, he's side by side with that 38, and he's trying to make a move. He still can't get by him. This is what we saw before, Bob, where they got those trucks got side by side, and not either one had an advantage because you just couldn't get the side draft just wasn't working. It just could not get that. You know, they just pull that truck back, and it looks like the 26 got him cleared. 74, he's on the inside of that quarter on that 38. Then you got. I'm trying to figure out who's that right behind him. Ooh, there's some 3-wide action I just skipped through.
The 10 is a lap down.
Thank you very much. That's what I'm trying to. Thank you. Oh, there's that 87 behind the 38. Looks like he's trying to look at that position. And then you got Aqua. He's hunting him back down now after all that after those adjustments he made. He's going to be back up into this mix before you can blink. These guys are definitely dicing it up now. They know that it's at go time. We're at stage 3. And it looks like now those top 3 looks like they're not really, they're smart. See, they know what's up. They know that if we don't race right now, we're gonna pull away, and then it's gonna be a 3-truck battle for the win. That's the plan. That's what I would think for a plan. That's what I would, if I was, in that truck, that's what I would be looking at if I was in that position. Is let's not race. Let's just follow each other now and log some of these laps down in stage 3. Once we hit our pit stops, then we can sort this mess out. But yeah, they definitely got themselves really separated.
All clear, no pressure from behind.
Oh, that's going to slow his momentum down. That's going to allow the 00. He's going to catch back up now. That 38. He might be able to have that position on him if he can get that good run on the top side. Looks like he might be able to get there. But the 10. He just slid right up in front of him. But 00. He crossed him over. He's right behind that 38 now to try to snag up that spot.
Careful, still there.
Nope, that 10's a lap truck, but it's still, just having that lap truck there is kind of make things a little bit more difficult. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. That 38's definitely pressuring that 26 to try to get around him because he knows that 00 is coming for that. Yep. Here oh, there's that peak on the inside. He was trying to make that squeeze work, but didn't quite get there. He's going to fall back in behind the 38. Pretty soon he's going to end up getting, looks like he may have that run. I see that push coming. He's going to try to pick up that draft on that 38 and maybe take that dive underneath and get him that cross up. He's working hard for that position. I see he might get it. He's now got up in front of that 10 truck. These guys are battling all through the field. I'm actually following, just so you know, buddy, I'm following the 38 because that's where that action is at this point. The front 3 is still nose to tail, so they're checking out on the rest of this field at this point. If they start battling, if they start getting racing side by side, we'll jump up to the front, folks. But right now, it looks like we got the battle is for the 38 and the 00, the 26. I believe those guys are lap down. The 20. Ooh, that was kind of close for that lap truck to get underneath the 00 on that one. And then back from there, you got them nose to tail. They're still trying to get themselves sorted out. But right now, the battle is, which I wish I knew the positions if we can find that out. But you got the 38, the 00, 26. I believe he's a lap down.
No, 26 is on the lead lap. This is 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Thank you very much. That's what I was kind of hoping. Thank you very much for that input. So that battle there, those 3 trucks are for position. And 00, he's peeking. There we go. He's got him on the quarter now, going to that corner. He's going to cut that low line. 26 going to stay on the high line. He's going to try to follow that 38. He's looking to try to maybe get picked up on that. Yep. He's going to look like he might be able to get that low line working for him. This is great racing, everybody. This is incredible, folks. I mean, these guys have been dicing up all race long. I can't wait to see us finish at 87. Looks like he's starting to get himself back up into this mix too. So we could have a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th battle coming up. Oh, there's some contact. The 87 and the 10 looks like they got hooked together, but looks like they're going to get away with it clean on that one. 10 falls on me. Looks like he's going to get underneath him again. Looks like that 87's kind of struggling from the start of this race from where he was before. He's not quite as fast as he was.
Could be doing the tire strategy.
That's possible, yes. No, I was just about to mention that. Thank you very much for bringing that up. That this is all going to be about tire strategy and where we're going to go and how when you're going to pit. But that 10 truck, he's a lap down now, so I mean, he's fighting with a car that's on the lead lap. I mean, is that, yeah, you know, we'll see how that goes. That 87 though, he's going to get very impatient here with that lap, that truck, and he's going to say, listen, you got to either get out of my way or it's going to be on at that point. Because at this stage of the race, you watch me, it looks like somebody's starting to cut underneath that 87 now, and that looks like where the racing is at this point. Looks like everybody else puts himself over his tail. 13, yeah, exactly. He's T-Bird. He's starting to catch himself. He looks like he's looking underneath. Then that brings you up Pete Kohler. I believe he's right behind him. He's going to bring him into the picture.
Everybody else is in line.
Yeah, they know that's what it's going to take now is to get themselves in line and get through into that final pit stop of this race and give themselves some fresh good years and some tank of fuel and throw some adjustments in it. Yell at the crew chief if you have to, say, what are you doing to me? Whatever you got to do to make this thing work.
And don't ask for ice cream.
Oh no, never ask for ice cream, guys. Ever. But at 87, he's struggling to get around that 10. I bet you 10-1 says, ooh, that's not going to be good. But I'm telling you right now, I'm just watching that battle between the 87 and that 10 truck, and he's going to be getting, there he goes. He lets him go now. Ooh, 87 got a little high coming in there. He's going to touch the wall. He's going to lose that spot back. And, that's just the way the trucks are now. They got to be getting the wear's got to be getting there, the fuel's coming out of it, and that's where the looseness and all kinds of different situations fall into, and you just got to be careful and drive it as best you can. Looks like he might have that push. Oh, what was, wow, 10, he looks like he got really tight in the center of that and just totally took out that 87 and completely turned him around. That's going to be a bad, oh man, that just could have just, yeah, that's unfortunate about that, but I mean, we all know, we've all been there. It happens, but that 10 truck being a lap down, I believe he's a lap down. I mean, I wouldn't have been racing that. I mean, if it was me, just an opinion, I wouldn't have been racing that 87 like that. I would have let him go because he's on the lead lap. I would have let him go and let him try to get back up into that, into that mix with the rest of the leaders. But that's just me. But I've been there too. You know what I mean? Weird things can happen in this. Looks like Pete Cole's going to get around him now. He's going to get around that situation. I guarantee that 87 is steaming right now. He's probably, yeah. I'd like to be retroactive on that, Mike, at this point. But now, folks, we're going to try to see where up. Looks like those, as I said, those 3 trucks, they're not really battling it out. They're just, looks like now you got 18. Well, there's 3 flag stops, but it looks like you got the 18 now and the 24, I believe. Them two are just got themselves separated. No, I'm sorry, that was the 23, my bad. I found the 24. Those 2 trucks look so identical because they're so affiliated in so many ways. The 21, he's in the pits. Yes, that's what I see. That's why I was that's why I get confused sometimes, everybody. But the 21, he's in the pits. But I'm not sure if he might be done for the day. Not quite sure about that because he's just not, yeah. That might be another one down. That's unfortunate. But, Iowa, it's hard on equipment. But it looks like Aqua, he's actually caught himself up to that 38 now. Great driver. He's staying focused. You got the 10 in. Oh, they got the 15s in. You got the 22. He's in.
Wearing those tires down, driver.
87. He finally. It looks like he may have got a little bit of rough time trying to get on pit road. He's coming in. Then you got Flash 9. He's still on track. The 18 looks like he's starting to head for pit road. Or he's coming. Oh, sorry. He's coming off pit road. Oh, the pressure. I'm telling you, pressure can make, some pressure can be a big game changer sometimes. Just enough pressure, people get nervous. You never know what happens at that point in time. Anything can happen.
Get low on gas, get low on gas. Easy on tires.
Looks like 56, he's entering in. Yep, that's correct. But it definitely looks like by Aqua, by him 00 pushing that, trying to make himself known, saying I am there. It gets you a little nervous. Next thing you know, oops, you got yourself an error. And next thing you know, he's coming into pit road now. I don't know if he made that clear my line. That was tight on the 00. I don't know. Ooh, that's going to be real close. But he definitely came in hot. There was no doubt about that.
I made it and no penalty.
Awesome, great job, great job. He was coming in like a rocket ship with no brakes. But now we're starting to cycle through these pit stops, and we'll see how all this pans out in the end for the final run for this stage. But it's been great racing.
Yes.
Oh, they're out? Okay, they're out. Thank you very much. See, sorry, folks. I got most of my research done tonight for this race, but I didn't get the stages down like I usually do. Sorry about that. That's a bad on the broadcaster.
Yeah, it was an 87 lap stage, and you get about 32 to the tank.
Thank you so much. See, that's teamwork, folks. That's how you get that. That's why we got in pit racing porters and all of us in broadcasting, because we all work together and we all get what you need. We know exactly where we're at. Thank you so much. And folks, whoever's listening, watching, please go to YouTube, GS Sports, subscribe, like, check these guys out, because these guys definitely put their whole heart into this, and the racing that it's been tonight just shows it.
No, the 23 is. Also, I believe the 74 that pit, the same lap as me, was the leader when he came to pit. I believe he got a penalty because he was with me in the 38, and now he's not even positioned behind us.
That's unfortunate. As I said, that's tough. I mean, as I said, now it looks like we're watching that 0038. It looks like he's 38 now. He's starting to, he closed up that little bit. He looks like he's just riding along. He's been peeking on the inside a little bit, peeking on the outside, but he just hasn't quite got that run yet on 00. But 00, he'll make that thing 3 wide on the track, and man, when it comes down to the final stages, and he's not an easy person to get around, that is for sure.
This is the battle for 4th.
There we go. See, and he's going to do everything he can to hold that 4th, because now we're at that point where, we're going to see where this all turns out when it comes to tire wear and gas.
Yeah, and we got a battle for first. Killer Queen, aka Private Patton, is now the leader.
Yep. The closer. Basically, we should call him that, because I've seen him do this so many times where he's been back and forth, and then when it comes right down to the closing of the race and finishing this race up, he's right there in the front. I've told him several times, just the times I've known him, I said, we're definitely going to strip your truck down, we're going to have that thing inspected, re-inspected, and triple inspected, just because of that thing is way faster than what we expected it to be.
I think I might agree with you on that.
Well, we've all raced with him, so we've all seen it.
Yep. Do we have any other battles going on?
Flipping through the field right now, Bob. We'll check it out. Looks like these guys may have got themselves filed out, single file, and separated. Getting ready to run some laps and get close to the final part of this stage, this last part of the race, and we'll see. Can anybody close down on those leaders, or is it going to be a repeat? But looks like right now PVT looks Queen B looks like he's only got like a couple car lengths away from that 23 and 24 truck. Hey, I got that right. Oh my god.
You did it. Yeah.
See? You can learn. Old dogs can learn new tricks.
Yes. I'm an old dog.
But we're following through the field now. I'm just flipping through the field, folks, to help out the cameraman and see where the racing is. But looks like right now, a lot of these guys got themselves separated from each other and logging laps. Oh, the 87, he is on pit road. Is he all done, or is... I'm looking at that. I just saw that.
I believe so.
Oh, man.
They have blown an engine.
Oh, that's a disappointment. Yeah, that was good. He had a good truck tonight, too. That was a real good truck. That's it. I was hard on equipment. I mean, you don't have, I mean, you think about it, you're coming off, it's 12 to 14 degrees banking, and then you come into that front stretch, only 10. And that's where a lot of these, I mean, a lot of times you see that's where the trucks get kind of squirrely coming off because of the changing degrees. And that could easily slip something, or RPMs jack up a little bit too high because you've spun the tires, and then you know you sit at pit road with a blown engine or whatever, maybe. But right now, yes, it is, and we've, we've all, me, you, and several others probably out there have experienced the same situation. But it looks like right now, it looks like the 18 of Killer Queen. He's leading the field now. But we're looking at 15. He's on the outside of that 56. It's like he's gonna get clear in here.
Yeah,
Lead the trucks.
I'm not sure if Mo Power's a lap down.
No, that's
That is a battle.
Oh,
there we go. Yeah, right now I'm following behind the 10, watching that battle. As I said, we still see this time and time again tonight. We've seen this all night long. These two trucks get side by side. Nobody has an advantage. Nobody has nothing. You're stuck.
Oh, and the 15 got in front of Mo Power.
Yeah, I just saw that. I just saw him make that pass on that high side. I was following around along the 10 and see that. Looks like the 38 now is starting to close down on that 00. Looking for that position. As I said, as always, getting to that position and getting by that person in that position is two different situations.
And Pete Cola gets around the 74.
He's starting to work, he should be in the top part of the field as well, I believe, by now, if I'm correct. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I hope they put a ticker in.
I know, right?
It would make our jobs, yeah, as I said, it'd make our jobs so much easier. Trying to give these guys what they deserve, and that's the hard work, and make sure they're showing what their hard work is given. Because I feel kind of like out of place when I gotta bounce around. But the 00 looks like he's got some clean air in front of him. He's working to make sure he stays out of trouble. That 38 looks like he's just falling behind that 00. I'm watching that right now because it looks like he's starting to gain on him a little bit. Well, this is it.
13 gaining on 26.
Yeah. But these top three though. These top three are still nose to tail. They're not fighting it. They're not. They're struggling. They're just running along right now, and that's the smart thing. That's I say it all the time. The best way to win a race sometimes is to get yourself, especially when you got a field this size, is to get yourself separated from that main pack, and then work it out from there in the end.
That was close. That was close.
Yep, looks like 23, looks like he got on that apron a little bit, and that's a dangerous situation to be playing. That's a dangerous game. I've been there before. 24 is definitely starting to push that 23 a little bit.
They're battling again now, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm watching that now. The 74 and the 13, they're dicing it up a little bit. I was like 56 a little bit out of shape.
And the 26 is pitting. And
Oh.
56.
There's some pitch strategy there, sounds like a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But this,
yep. Coach Matt, they're pitting. They're still single file.
yeah. The top three are single file, the 00 and 38, those are your lead trucks, they're single file. They're not pushing the issue too much, they're just riding along right now. And they know, those two know, they're veterans, they know that it's not gonna take side-by-side racing to try to catch up. It's gonna take single file. I'm riding along right now, riding along with Picola. He's just cruising along, looks like. He seems to be, he's got himself some separation from that 74 finally.
The 26 and 56 coming out of the pit road right now. And I saw another truck, I think it was Killer Queen on pit road. Yes.
Oh, yeah, it could be that time again, brother. I mean, these laps click away quick, and you know, those tire wear depends on where it is. You know, I know some of these guys have got some great tires, you know, tire management, and yeah. So it's ain't possible. The 10's in. He came into pit road. The 15's in. He's in T-Bird. He's in pit road.
23 and 24 of Slash 9 and
Car outside. Drop your speed, driver.
Or rotate, sorry.
Yeah, I'm watching right now. I'm actually riding along with that. When you said that, I'm actually peeking at that right now. I'm watching along with the 23 and the 24, and he's headed for the 24. They're both headed for pit road. Whoa! Yeah, that was close. I don't know. That 23 Flash 9, he may have just snagged himself a pit road speeding penalty on that one. That's possible. I mean, he came, from my view, he looked like he came in really hot. Here comes 74. He's coming off. Or he's coming down pit road. Yep, he's coming out. He's done his 4 fuels and fresh tires. He's on his way out. 13 Pro Cola. He's on P Cola. Sorry about that. P Cola. He's coming into pit road now to get his service started.
So I'm gonna pause for a second and leave it on Killer Queen. I'll be right back. I have to.
Not a problem. 22, he's on pit road. So this at this point, folks, this should be just about almost closing the closing laps of this race. I'm riding along with Killer Queen right now, which actually I think when this all cycles around, he's going to be your leader, I believe.
Yeah, and there's about 20 to go right now. Well, I mean, for Killer Queen and the people that have pit, those that have stayed out, obviously, are a lap ahead, but.
Right, but they got a pit as well, guys. Whoa, that was close. I was watching that one coming off there. It looks like somebody got themselves a piece of that wall. They just scraped right down the side of it and kept right on cruising.
I might have nicked it a little.
That's alright. Rubber's racing. Either whether it be the wall or car, it's Rubber's racing. Well, we're flipping through the field, folks. Right now, it looks like these guys got themselves settled in. We'll see how this all pans out in the end after all these green flag stops get squared away. But other than that, it's been great racing. These guys have put a ton of time into this. This is custom racing is not an easy task. That is for sure. But looks like the 38 and the 00, they're fighting for position. They're still trying to get that situation sorted out. They count up on the 52. They're going to go underneath him. He's going to stay on the high side and give them some room and let them race this out.
Clear high, clear high.
But no, I hope everybody's enjoying this. This has been a great race. I've enjoyed doing this. Please, as I said, guys, show support, subscribe, like, check out some of their other races that they've done in the past. It's all there, everybody. And they're also, by the way, folks, if you're listening to Snap, they're also recruiting to add more people to their league. Contact Aqua, which is driving the 00 to Snap. Contact him. Inquire about the league. These guys, I've heard a lot about them, and they're great. They're great races, great people. Please, check them out. Looks like the 7. I'm working on right now. Right now, I'm just following along and flipping through. There really isn't much going on right now. The 74 is now cutting underneath the 15 of T-Bird. Looks like he may have that run on the inside.
Oh, looks like Caddy and Billy Holcomb are going at it again.
They're still fighting for that spot. I'm waiting on, it's going to come right now to it. At the end of this to see where the situation works out. They're fighting for that spot, but they're still working together trying to keep going what they're doing and not let anybody else get mixed in with that situation, that position.
The truck in front of us that just pit was the leader at the time. That was KB Showtime.
There we go. Thank you. There you go, folks. You just heard it right straight off the track.
So the new leader is?
I don't know yet. He's still the leader as of right now.
Oh yeah.
We're cycling through, folks. No? We're cycling through, folks. We're cycling through these green flag stops, which is a little bit of, confusion sometimes, but we're working through this.
The 18 is the leader.
Back in the lead again. I'm telling you, I swear to God, I'm gonna ask for that car to be those vehicles every time I race with him. I want that thing stripped and checked out because I don't know what he's gonna need to hood of that thing because sometimes he can. I've seen him in both aspects. I've seen him. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. All right now, Killer Queen, he's on the 18. He's running. He's your leader. These two are 38 and a 00. They're still fighting for their spot. I'm cycling through the field.
This is the battle for third.
Thank you very much. There you go, folks. You heard it right up. That's the third battle. Which they've worked themselves way up. They've worked themselves from the middle of the pack and qualifying and got themselves up from the third and fourth spot. Then you got Picola, he's still cruising around. He's got, I believe he's also one of the lead lap trucks.
It's been on pit road, so
Ooh.
Careful, still there.
The policeman got him again for speeding.
10 to go. Keep it nice and smooth for us.
It's tough. This pit road is tough to get on. It's not easy. It can happen at any point in time just because of the way the angle is when you're coming off from turn 4 to pit road. It can either spin you or you got to be very cautious on this pit road. That's for sure. I think oh God, I got more speed penalties at this place than I can dream of.
So that means I could have a shot at winning tomorrow. Everybody speeds on pit road.
You could hope.
Yep.
But looks like definitely though that right now it looks like right now the biggest fight that's going on right now is still that 38 and that 00 for that position from third and fourth spot. And there's still
viewers out there.
Oh, awesome! Great. Thank you guys for following. We appreciate everybody that tunes in for being part of this group and being, supporting GS Sports. Continue to do that. Spread the word. As I said, these guys are recruiting for some of their other series, not the series, but some of their other nights that they race. Mention it. These guys are willing to do. Not only do they, there's so many different levels in here. It's awesome to see. All right, that looks like Killer Queen PVT. Looks like he's trying to. He's that 24 now, starting to close down on that. Oh, somebody just. You still there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Because it said no voice, that's why I was wondering. Or is it me?
Yeah. Not sure, but I just plugged mine in.
Okay, we're good then. Sorry, folks. Oh, the 24 is through. He's going to try to. Oh, there's some tight racing there. That 10, the 24, and the 18. Those all three got together, and they all, the 18 and 24 held it straight. I don't know how they did that, folks, but that was incredible to make that kind of a move and try that push. That 24 looks like he's peaking. Here's the battle for the lead, folks. The 24 and the 18, they're going back at it again. That was some tight racing there. He definitely tried to make a squeeze move there, and it looks like it may have paid off for him because like he's got the run off the inside, and he may be able to make that clear. But that high line, I'm telling you, that 18, he's strong on that high side. He's always has been, but looks like that 24 is going to have that run. But that 18 is going to close right back up on his back door and try to make that run back to that first spot. Oh, looks like the 00 got around that 38 too. I just put black 2 there.
Oh, so we have Patty rounding out the top 3.
Excellent job. That's hard work there, folks. That just doesn't happen overnight. That just doesn't happen, and it's just not given to you either.
No, that is true. Hard work, determination, and good team.
That's it. I'm gonna ride around. I'm just following Pico. Looks like he's all by himself a little bit. He's got nothing to worry about. He's just cruising around. 51's catching up onto that 10. He's gonna make that run. I'm just looking through the field, Bubble, so you know. 18. Oh, he's got there's some wall scrub there with a T-Bird.
The 38 ain't leaving them though. Keeping close to that.
Oh yeah, no, it's not over yet, folks. It is definitely not over yet.
White flag for the leader right now. The leader just took the white flag.
White flag for the leader. Wow, see how quickly those laps kicked around? It looks like the 24 got around with 18.
You got 1 to go.
That's what I'm watching right now. I'm kind of cruising around along with those leaders right now, folks. We're going to try to hang up on that leaders now for this white flag run. Oh, looks like the 38. He's gonna make a huge one. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. Oh, there we go. Looks like double zero. Oh, that's contact with double zero and 38. That's gonna definitely hurt him.
Got it.
Top 5, fantastic.
I believe your winner is at this point, folks. Your 24, the 18. That's your top two at this point. The 38 is third. The double zero looks like he may have pulled off fourth after that little. After they were definitely racing hard for that position. That was a great battle between all. Yeah, that was a great battle between first, second, and third and fourth. There was no doubt about that. So now we just got to get the top three people in here and get them to get their interviews. And yeah, folks, that was some good stuff. For the first time being racing, actually broadcasting a custom series like this. That was some great racing by everybody. Can't take anything from anybody. Everybody gave a great effort and a great opportunity.
Including Pico again.
Oh yeah, oh no, that's everybody. No,
Last stage, last part of the pit stops, I ended up getting a speeding penalty.
That's all right. I mean, it happens. I mean, it doesn't take much, folks. It doesn't take much at all.
Nope.
So now we're just gonna go ahead and get our top three in here, get their opinion on their race, and let us know how their races went. And that was great stuff. And what I'm looking at right now, folks, looks like it's your bro Chase. Looks like he had the fastest lap at a 23.8, and that. Oh, sorry, my bad. I was looking at the wrong. Yeah, it's your bro Chase, 23.4. That is fast.
Wow, that is fast.
I can only dream of going that fast.
Me too.
So great stuff, everybody, definitely. So stay tuned in for real quick. We'll be right with you. We're going to try to get the top three in here to do some driver interviews and get their opinions on their race and how they did.
Yeah, sorry about that. It takes me a second. I gotta make sure I get a photo of the. I gotta make sure I get a photo of the fast lap and stuff.
Oh, not a problem. Multitasking is not an easy job.
Yeah. All right. So those guys have all been invited to the lobby. So just give them a few minutes and then they should be here.
Not a problem.
All right, cool.
So,
check you later. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. There's Killer Queen.